What's up, guys? Tanner here. Welcome back to the channel. I've recently come across a tool that I feel everybody needs in their shop. Um, like you guys know, I don't have a crazy big shop. I don't have a lift. I don't have stuff like that. But I got a floor jack. I got all the necessary hand tools, stuff like that. And if anybody does brakes or anybody does stuff like control arm stuff, big bolts, big big bolts that you are just tired of wrenching and busting your knuckles or something like that, or just lug nuts. If you want to look at your brakes, but you don't want to have to break them loose with your breaker bar. And then, because what I was doing for the longest time, I was using what is this? 2 foot, half-inch breaker bar. I was using that, and then once I get everything broken loose, I'd come back by with my impact, which was good for everything as far as pulling shit off. If there was a little bit of resistance on threads, it would power through. But a buddy of mine recently got one of these, and we did some ball joint work, and so I had to get one. When I saw how easy this sucker pulled all the bolts off to do ball joints, it was like a '96 Ford Explorer. And then you guys know O'Reilly's rents the ball joint press. The ball joint press, seeing this tool in action and sucking that ball joint into place with like literally no hesitation, is what sold me on this tool. Now you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of Harbor Freight, but I caved. I caved. That is the Hercules brushless ultra torque heavy duty impact. If you guys, everybody seems to get stuff from Harbor Freight, no matter what, whether they're on the mailing list or not, and they go on sale once in a while. But I bought one of those mainly because everything nowadays is made in China. So I figured it's all made in China. If I'm going to buy something that's made in China, I might as well spend less money and probably get the same quality. Now, I did do my research. As far as Harbor Freight goes, this Hercules brand, as well as the Bauer brand, which I think they make almost all the same tools, except Hercules is blue and Bauer is like red and black. It's a damn good tool. It's got like 1,400 foot-pounds of braking torque. It's got 900 foot-pounds up to of tightening torque. It's a pretty good tool. I've taken tires and wheels off a couple times now, checking brakes, checking the wife's car, and no problem. That sucker done, just comes right off. No problems, no hesitation. The only thing that kind of sucks is the tool itself is like $2 something. Then you got to buy the battery, and you got to buy the charger. Even with all that priced separately, and like I said, it's Harbor Freight, so there's always a super saver coupon or a super coupon, or they're always offering at least like 10% off something, like one of their deals. Or if you're on the Inside Track Club, then you're going to get a good deal. I think for the tool, the battery, and the charger, I think I was out of there for like $250, something like that. But I will give more videos as time goes on with that. It's pretty good. Like I said, it's brushless. That's the new way to go. The motors last longer. And I mean, so far so good. I've put it through a couple of heart-wrenching things so far. Broken some rusty bolts loose. Surprisingly, didn't break the rusty bolt, but my knuckles are thanking me as we speak, because I just don't want to deal with it anymore. Super, super powerful. It's a little heavy if you're a little weaker in the arms, but in comparison to the kind of force you'd have to put on a bolt to break loose of those calibers, that is definitely something that you're going to want to look into. As far as quality of the impact sockets, I also have the extensions here. I don't know if you guys can see that. But the quality of the impact sockets are also good. Like I said, we were using them doing buddies ball joints. We were breaking a lot of stuff loose, putting a lot of torque on them. None of them looked like they fatigued or bent or cracked or anything. And, Harbor Freight, like the Pittsburgh tools, as far as the sockets go, they're all lifetime warranty. Just like Craftsman, just like Cobalt. So, you just take it in there. If it's broken, they'll replace it. But yeah, those sets are good. I got a millimeter set, and I got I got a metric set, and I got a standard set, and it comes with, let me see how many it was. The standard set comes with 13 sockets, and the metric set also comes with 13 sockets. And I had got those actually on special when they did one of the last deals. So they were already marked down from like 30 something. So they were like $25.99, and then I got them marked down, and I bought both sets at the same time. And so I walked out of there, both sets of those, for like $48. Not bad, considering that same set's going to cost you well over $100 at like Lowe's or Sears doesn't exist anymore, but Lowe's Cobalt, Lowe's Craftsman too. Now I forgot about that one. But for the price there, you're looking for because you can have your impact sockets, but if you don't have one of these impact things, one of these impact drivers like this, one of these heavy duty ones, you're not really using that hammer and that power that they're requiring impact sockets for. So if you go and buy that setup, like I said, I got the tool, a battery, a charger for about $250. Those sockets and the extension set was like 4 extensions for $10. You'd be just peaking over $300 for an entire set there, and they were well worth it. I just gotta say they were well worth it. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or some of you think maybe they're not worth it, let me know. I mean, I'm not here to say that Harbor Freight is the best or you should buy something else, but I've said before in my videos, we're all out. If you're watching this video, we're all the little guy. We're all blue collar. I'm not going to go spend $500-$800 for some impact stuff that I'm going to use 10-15 times a year, just depending on if I'm taking wheels off to check brakes, check other stuff, and I mean, hell, I can have my wheels and tires off like my pickup 2-3 times in a week, just if I'm doing, do brakes or then I do something else. So if you're a big mechanic, if you actually work in a shop, and you see the need to buy the Snap-on, or I've seen the Milwaukee, go ahead. I mean, get that. That's what you guys rely on. I know the Snap-on truck comes to those shops, once a week. I know they also like to rape you, but if you're looking for something good that's just, that's going to have that same lifetime and everything, check out the Harbor Freight stuff as far as that goes. I won't buy Chicago Electric. That stuff is that's like their bottom of the line, but they have really started to come up in their game. Like I said, the Pittsburgh, I have a few Pittsburgh tools in my toolbox. used them here and there just because it was one of those things where it's like I needed the tool once, but I couldn't rent it, and I was like, well, shit, I'll just buy the Pittsburgh one because I'm not going to go spend $70 on like one socket, spend like $12. I haven't ever actually had a problem with Pittsburgh, but it's just the aura of Harbor Freight, and I'm not necessarily going to be the one to say, try to save Harbor Freight. I still have learning to do with their stuff myself, but as far as right now, that tool is amazing, and I feel like it should get a shout out. So go ahead, check out Harbor Freight, the Hercules, heavy duty impact. There are two. There's a regular one that's like 1,200 foot-pound braking torque, and then there's the Ultra Torque, which is 1,400. I figured just go big, go home. The price difference was like $15, $20. So check them out. Let me know what you guys think. And like I said, let me know if you guys have had any problems with them. Like I said, they're not a waterproof tool. People, oh, it broke, but it's like, well, did you leave it in the rain? And obviously it is a heavy tool, so do your best not to drop it, especially from high areas. If you're working on something on the ground level and you just kind of lay it down, I'm sure it's fine. But it's not a high impact thing, so don't drop it from 10 feet in the air and then go, oh, it broke. Shitty tool. That kind of stuff, that's a completely different scenario. But anyways, guys, I keep trying to make these videos like 3-4 minutes, but I just like to talk. Like I said, Hercules, brushless, Ultra Torque, great tool. They do have different options for batteries. I just got the 5 milliamp hour, or 5 amp hour battery. They have slimmer ones that are about half the height of this. They also have one that's about double the height of that. I just got kind of like the middle of the road battery. Figured it'd last me, do what I need. I'll eventually buy a second battery. But that really big battery is like $120, unless you know you're going to be somewhere where you either can't change batteries or you just don't want to have to go through that because you're going to be doing a lot of stuff. That one might be okay because I think it was like 12 amp hours. But these batteries, the middle of the road ones and the smaller ones, they go on sale a lot more often. I think they had a deal the other day. The batteries were like $59 a piece, and if you bought two, they were like $39 a piece. So you save like $40 that way if you buy two batteries. So anyway, hope that helps somebody out here. So far it's been good. I've ran this thing, like I said, pretty good this past Saturday. So like I said, let me know what you got, and comments, concerns, all that stuff, and we'll be seeing you next time. Thank you.